Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a while, but we have returned. We're back. We're producing content, and you're gonna watch and or listen to it if it's the last thing you do. This is Game Chat, Tom and Lucas, season 3 debut, episode 1. How are we doing, Tom?
We're doing great. Back that bitch up a little bit from your face.
I got a
Holy
little
moly.
overzealous. A little
You did.
overzealous.
It was great. It was great. It provided a very uh like capturing opening, you know. Everybody's now engrossed. They have no choice.
Or they have shut their podcast off because it was too loud.
One or the
But
other.
we don't want those people. We want the people that will stick through.
Exactly. How we doing, buddy? Welcome back to Game Chat with Tom and Lucas, season 3, baby. Follow us on Instagram so you can tune into more of this great content, and so we can find out what Lucas has been up to.
And we have a Twitter now, everybody. So give us a follow on there if you want to see some scathing hot takes.
That we do at GameChat_TL. Check us out.
Oh, I like that that handle.
It's good stuff. How we been doing, buddy? What's been going on?
We've been going for quite a while. I think beginning of June was the last time we had an episode release. And we were originally planning to take about a 4 to 6 week break. And then Tom was living out of a hotel for a while. So that was an unpleasant situation that we wanted to make sure he was fully moved in. And even now, they refuse to mount one of your TVs. But we couldn't wait any longer.
That's okay. We're all set. We're all hooked up. I've moved now halfway back across the country from Minnesota to Massachusetts. I'm back on the East Coast, baby, back on that Eastern Standard Time, and we're loving it. We're living it up in our new place. It's coming together, and we're excited to be surrounded by friends and family like yourself and like our wonderful producer Bill, chairman of What Do You Mean Productions. But we're all back, we're all doing great, and we're all back together, and I'm excited to be making more content.
We are happy to have you back on the East Coast.
Thank you, sir.
I've already seen you twice in the last 2 months, which is a lot more than I saw you when you were in Minnesota. So
makes sense.
Always good. Maybe now the potential for a in-person episode is very high.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, we've got a lot of big plans coming for season 3, so we're excited to be able to be in a closer proximity so we can kind of do cool in-person events like that, things like Extra Life, maybe meeting up to go check out and interview other kinds of opportunities, see what we got going on. But yeah, man, it's good to be back, and glad to be recording again.
Yeah, it feels good to be back into the swing of things. Now we're summer is unfortunately coming to an end, everybody. But with that, I'm sure the both of us will have a lot less plans going on, because it's been a busy summer for the both of us.
Oh, without a doubt. We've been going nonstop over here. This is the first free weekend I've had in months, I feel, from like you said, being stuck living in a hotel to new jobs to engagement parties, meeting with friends and whatnot. It's been pretty wild. Still have yet to go golfing though, which is a tragedy.
Still time for that. It's not quite winter anytime soon, so you can get some sessions in.
Yeah, hopefully winter's not coming for a while.
During the time that you were stranded in said hotel, what were you playing? What's gaming been looking like for Thomas?
Bro, I mean, I wasn't playing anything when I was in the hotel, but that was about a month ago at this point.
Not even a mobile Switch game?
Nah, man. I was just moving and grooving and going and flowing. Not a lot of gaming happening in the hotel room. But now that I have been back, I finally finished this season's Battle Pass Fortnite. Got to level 100. Got that Darth Vader skin last night. One thing that I need to replay now that the release date has dropped is God of War, because God of War Ragnarok will be coming right around the corner. But otherwise, nothing too crazy. Fortnite, a lot of multiverses. with that open beta. Got me some LeBron James. Been having some fun there. And then also tried out a new game on the Epic Game Store last night called Rumbleverse, which is basically like a wrestling battle royale. You basically create your own wrestler and go around and pick up weapons and learn skills and literally like melee combat, grapple and toss like your foes off of buildings. You literally can like grab a guy and then backwards pile drive him off of a skyscraper. And yeah, got to be the last one standing. It's a blast. We should check it out sometime.
Hey, yeah, that sounds pretty wild. I meant to check it out with you last night, but I think I had heat exhaustion, so I just knocked out pretty early.
You're looking a little lobsterish, not gonna lie.
It's pretty rough. I don't know if it reflects, but my
Oh,
arm
it
is
certainly
actually like
does.
hot to the touch. Luckily, I will wear a shirt for at work, so no one will see the pain.
Did you catch any fish in IRL Fishing Simulator 2.0?
I did. It was a little baby one though, so couldn't keep it, which I'm sure he or she was happy about.
Hey man, sometimes it's all just about the game. It's all about the quest
That
of
is true. We didn't get any
catching that
bites
bag.
when we first got there, and then that was like, oh, I see why people don't like fishing. But then then around like 4 o'clock, the activity picked up, and we didn't actually catch many, but we got a lot of bites, and then that's at least like something's happening here, and
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
more entertaining.
I mean, fishing is just drinking. That's like,
Oh yeah, we did plenty of that.
that's all that it is.
So, but yeah, unfortunately, I paid the price of not lathering up soon enough.
For sure.
So
Hey, man.
don't be like me, kids. Put on that sunblock, or you're gonna feel the wrath of the sun tomorrow.
Or instead, stay inside and play video games.
That too. That too.
What you been playing while you have been staying inside? Have you gotten a chance to check out the cat game, Stray?
I have not. I've been also needing to watch some like reviews on it, but I've only been really I've had a lot of like fam here the last like 2 weeks, so I've been kind of like limited in terms of like, solo time.
Oh, for sure.
But
Saw you've been playing that Darkest Dungeon though. Deep, whatever it's called.
Dungeon Siege.
Dungeon Siege.
Darkest Dungeons would be a good alternative name.
For sure.
Yeah, I had Trevor do a help desk technical session with me about a month ago, and we were able to get the game up and running. It does crash like on occasion, about like once every 30 minutes, so I might need to call him up again. But it works most of the time, and the crash is like I just Control Alt Delete sign out, sign back in, and within like 2 minutes I'm back in. So not a huge problem for a game that came out 20 years ago.
Is this like a Diablo-esque
Yes,
type? Okay.
that's probably the most like apt, well-known comparison.
Facts. Yeah, looking at it, it looks very much
Yeah.
top-down fantasy brawler type fighting thing. Okay, cool. Do you get a lot of clerics in your party?
No.
Lame.
What would a cleric like ability set be?
You don't know what a cleric is?
It's like something like with magic, but I'm not sure like
Yeah, he's
specifically.
like healing and fighting magic. He's
Oh,
like an
see,
offensive healer.
they have Dungeon Siege splits that up, where you have healing based magic people and then like fighting based magic people.
Okay.
So I just picked up a healing based magic person.
Hey man, well, gotta have that life support.
For sure. Yeah, those health potions aren't cheap. So
No.
try not to have to use too many.
Facts.
But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I don't know how far I will get before I inevitably have to play through God of War, and that will take up all of my time. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But God of War is definitely going to get a playthrough again for me on New Game Plus, and then possibly a Shits and Gigs New Game Plus but that would just be
That's so aggressive.
no, listen, you don't understand, Tom.
That's so aggressive.
They offer instead of the Valkyrie set on New Game Plus, you get
The Zeus armor.
Zeus armor, which is
Yeah.
literally just like, hey man, we're gonna like triple your damage output, but also make it so that you get one shot.
Hey man.
So you could kill every boss in the game in like under, like you could kill Sigrun in like under a minute. That's the true like God of War like difficulty.
I don't even think I was using the Valkyrie armor when I went through it. I think I did like the Evaldi mist armor.
I don't know if what the alternative one for that is, or if it's just like you get a big buff to the base stats. But yeah, they specifically like they have some new armor sets like that are specific with like abilities that are not in the base game, which is
for
like
sure.
the Zeus set being one of them.
All in prep for that November 9th release date.
Yeah,
That will be
that I will
quite the
actually
day.
probably be starting that kind of relatively soon. So
Got to make it happen, you know.
And content, everybody. We'll try to bring that to you just to get everyone as hyped for the new game as we are.
It very well could become a quick God of War podcast.
Let's change subjects then, because we might be stuck on this one for a bit. But yeah, so for today's episode, we just kind of wanted to really do an episode regardless of the content. It's not going to be our typical hour plus episode. I'm expressing how much we love the podcast, Tom, that we'll talk about anything on here. And today we wanted to just do some housekeeping and general like life update discussions, which we just did. And then now we want to preview the new season.
Wow. As you can tell,
we're a little out of practice, everybody.
As you can tell, folks, Lucas is rusty with the transition.
Lucas is also like slowly being fried to a crisp by his own skin. So he might pass out.
Oh my God. But yeah, we just wanted to give you guys an update, bring in sort of tell you what we got on deck for season 3. The Game Chat with Tom and Lucas pod is about to get a lot more guest space, we hope. We've got a few interviews that we're lining up and doing behind the scenes and in some off time with pretty much everybody we can think of who might even tangentially work within the gaming industry, be it content creators, be it indie game developers, be it, you know, somebody who makes game music. Like, we have all the cool ideas and aspirations to nail some of these cool interviews. We hope we can bring a lot of value to the podcast by sort of trying to get more in a direction of giving you almost like an inside baseball sort of look at different avenues of the industry and just questions from like people like you and me, considering we will be the two people asking the questions. But we want to know what you guys want to see. We want to know what you guys want to ask, but we'll continue giving you updates as we net more and more of these interviews and start putting them out. But yeah, we're really looking forward to getting into that type of discussion within the podcast itself, become a lot more guest based and a lot more driven in terms of what we're going to be talking about and having these interviews.
Yeah, and we may or may not have an interview already completed and on tap for episode 2. But I don't know if we can say much more than that. But that means stay tuned and check that one out, because it might just be me and Tom. And it might be a third person. We hope to have a lot of those scenarios pop up over the course of the season and bring you guys that juicy content and, get to listen to someone else aside from us for a change of pace. So, but yeah, that's on tap. And real quick side note, speaking of gaming music, recently found out that the man who did, I believe his name is Jeremy Sewell, if I'm pronouncing his last name right, but the guy who did the soundtrack for Skyrim also did it for Dungeon Siege.
That just linked your two worlds up like astronomically.
The music, I actually like, I don't know, it's a similar vibe. I wasn't super surprised when I
You can
learned
see
that.
the hints and the
The
flavors.
quality is definitely there. So maybe we'll get him to come on and talk about his artistic vision and why he's so good at establishing atmosphere and mood and all these
we're
things.
gonna we're gonna be shooting for the stars, folks, with these interviews. We're like no guest is too much of a reach for us. We're going to be going into every corner of the industry. Like anyone you could possibly think of, we've asked them to be on this podcast. We're waiting on them responses, but if you guys got ideas, let us know. Hit us up on Twitter now at game chat underscore
Yes.
TL. Your boy's going to be manning that. Your boy's going to be sending all the spicy takes on Twitter and interacting with y'all out there. So come check us out on that side of things. And, obviously there's our Instagram where we will continue to post all of the things.
Yeah, a lot of content can be coming your way. So definitely follow us in as many places as possible, just so you don't miss anything.
Got to keep it covered.
Since we're starting up, obviously the content train will start rolling. We'll start getting some streaming, additional video content out to you guys, and it also, I know we said it's not quite fall, but that time is approaching, and that means that Extra Life is not right around the corner, but it's on its way. So we'll try to do something for that, because I think we've been doing that 3 years running that we did Extra Life back in college a couple times, and
Yeah.
like to keep the tradition alive.
For those who might not know, Extra Life is basically this large charity event where people raise money for a lot of different Children's Miracle Network hospitals, basically funding hospitals that help treat kids with terminal illnesses and whatnot. It's a very sad thing. But we do what we can to help those people out by playing video games for 24 hours straight and raising a ton of money. So keep on the lookout for that. We're going to try to make it a big thing since we're closer and can have like an in-person sort of deal where we can get our friends together, hold it in one spot, and get some streaming, get some content going out of that, raise some money, and contribute to a good cause. So that's coming up. We're gonna really try to shoot for that and make that a thing. So keep your eyes peeled for that. If you'd like to donate, that info will be made available once we get it going.
Yeah, once we have it, then we'll make it available to you. But this is another this is just the sneak preview episode, really, of things to come. So that is definitely on the agenda.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun.
One of the last kind of housekeeping things here is we are trying to get the inaugural season, which we did way back in 2021, up on YouTube so that people can experience it in a in a visual setting. That'll be available at some point in time, just so you guys can check out kind of the rookie season.
We're gonna be putting that bad boy up on YouTube to make it more complete and have it available on all of the platforms.
Yeah, just get those numbers up, And now
of course.
now that we've gotten really big season 2, we figured, hey man, instead of making new content, let's just recycle that old shit.
Hey man, you got to serialize. You got to put the content everywhere. Got to make it consistently available across the board. That way everybody can find us on their preferred platform of choice. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And there's some topics in there which we didn't do season 2 because we already did it. So if you were hoping we'd talk about some of those things, we already did it. Season 1, go check it out.
Oh my god.
New and improved. We're only guest based now, baby. We're moving on. So you want those topics, you gotta rewind back to season 1. But yeah, that'll be up on the YouTube channel, and you guys can watch that at your leisure.
Yeah, keep your eyes peeled, folks. We have a lot of cool stuff coming for you. We really want you to check it out, get excited with us, and really start interacting with us more too. Let us know what you like, let us know what you don't, let us know if you got an idea. That's what the Twitter's for, so we can engage with a lot more of you more directly on a more consistent basis too. So give us a follow on there, check us out. Like, we're gonna be everywhere, folks. Game Chat taking over the world. Lucas is ready.
Yeah, one mind at a time. will corrupt, and then eventually we're gonna get the game chat brand, like the SpongeBob movie with the plankton helmets. We're gonna we're gonna put our logo on there and mind control everyone into building us statues and things.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's what I'm saying, man. Hey, every big influencer had a statue at some point. So throughout history,
Okay.
that's that's a true state, Tom. Influencer is that they didn't have. All right, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too big brain to be understood.
Okay.
Also might be the sunburn. Probably the sunburn.
Lucas's brain is fried, ladies and gentlemen, if you
Yeah,
can
I'm
tell.
struggling here. We'll be okay. But yeah, we wanted to give you guys the just kind of what was happening with us, what's to come, just to let you all know. And we can also get into some current things, not related to us, but related to the world of gaming. And you mentioned Stray a
I
bit
did.
ago,
The cat game.
the cat game.
I will be
And
playing it after this recording.
oh snap! Well, you'll be happy to know, since you are a proud cat dad of two
Beautiful children.
two beautiful children. The developers behind the game have been using the game's influence to raise money for cat related charities such as animal shelters and rescue and adoption agencies. They're doing that through like live streaming the game and offering copies of the game to agencies like that, so they can raffle them off and raise some money. So that's always good and nice and generous to see people give back to the kitten community.
For sure. I mean, it's a dog's world out there, Lucas. The cats are underserved in this world, as you said, a proud cat dad. I see it all over the place how this world is very petist. They all love the dogs. Nobody loves the cats. You see grooming places everywhere that are like dreadlocks for dingoes and dogs in like dog boutiques and all this stuff. But where's all this for the cats? I can't even take my cats on a walk without getting dirty looks. So it's good to see there are smart, wonderful video game developers out there who are helping serve an under supported population in this world, and that is the stray cats. Getting them off the street and getting them into homes, Lucas. There's nothing more important than this.
All right. you heard it here first. If you see a stray cat, bring it into your house. No strays. No strays is our motto. The developers of the game are like self-described cat lovers and enthusiasts, which I guess makes sense when you make a game centered around a cat protagonist. So just thought that was a neat tidbit of information, something positive. Now something negative from the news. The console wars are back at it again, everybody. They didn't go anywhere. COVID allowed both major companies, Microsoft and Sony, to kind of make some record profits, but now they're fighting again. Microsoft is saying that Sony is intentionally keeping games off Game Pass by paying developers what they call blocking rights, which is, I don't know, crazy, kind of a weird accusation. There's not real proof yet. They're just saying that's what they're doing, and I guess we'll wait for Sony to make a counterpoint.
This has to do with the Activision Blizzard acquisition drama that is, seen across the world on a global scale because of how big this acquisition is. And in Brazil, Microsoft was arguing to the regulators down there that Call of Duty is not an essential game series, while Sony was, obviously protesting that, hey, yes, it is. That Call of Duty money is real. It's huge. And basically, because of arguments breaking down in there, they're not as public here in the US as they are in Brazil. But Microsoft essentially accused Sony of trying to inhibit the growth of Xbox Game Pass, basically saying that Sony basically has been paying developers to not put their games on Xbox Game Pass, which, the whole thing is, I don't know, it's definitely not as big of a deal as they're making it out to be. In my opinion, like, this is
Well, they're
just
doing that anyway,
exactly
but they're accusing them of doing it like outside of the exclusivity like rights,
yeah,
like
yeah.
paying them under the table, paying them when they don't have an agreement like pre-established, and then Microsoft is like, hey, we weren't expecting this to not be made for us.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, like, this all has been happening forever. Like, this is part of the deal of how it goes when you see that these platforms have that these games have any sort of exclusivity deals. You have your Sonys, your Microsofts, your bigger studios and publishers that are just going to be like, okay, hey, we'll pay you a large sum of money to help with your development costs and cut it down and like pay off your game if, like, you just put it out on my store for like the first like 2-3 years, and vice versa. Or in this case, it seems to just be like, oh, hey, not get on Game Pass yet. So I don't know. This has been happening for forever. So to me, this is kind of like a nothing burger headline, but it is interesting to see that this rivalry is still going across the board, and it makes me sad because ultimately I just want all the games to get along, baby. I want to play Spider-Man on every platform.
Haven't you played it already? You're
not
gonna
not
you're
on
gonna
every
Yeah, but you
platform.
would play it from scratch just because it's on a new platform.
Hey man, it just dropped on PC on Friday, and you can play it on the Steam Deck, which is like insane to me.
Well, I don't know, maybe future content then coming from Tom live streaming every iteration of Spider-Man. We'll see. Shameless plug also.
Let me just hold
Uh
that camera up to a Steam Deck and just play it on
yeah.
it.
Hey, whatever gets us views. Shameless plug though. We discussed the console wars in season 1, and it was a riveting discussion and debate. So another reason to go check that out. All right, shameless
Oy
plug
vey.
over. Tom, I see you have a big YouTube link here in the Google Doc for this episode.
Yeah, so I was just like eyeing some of the games that are going to be coming out this month in August, and it's actually a pretty good month for gaming, excuse me. You have a lot of cool releases coming out. Just wanted to like highlight some of these to see if you've seen any of them and see if you're hyped for any. Like I mentioned earlier, their Spider-Man just dropped on PC, which is, we've both played it and we're both very, very accustomed and tied into that game. So, not necessarily huge for us, but I'm hyped that that's just getting out to more people across the board. Gotta love these PlayStation exclusives coming to PC more and more. I think Miles Morales is also coming in the fall. What do you think about the growing repertoire of PlayStation classics being made available to more people?
I think that's great because it makes it a lot easier than having to try to figure out how to get a game to run that is, a decade or two old. If they just make it again, remastered and redone. So I'm all for that. Anything to make the gamers experience, the user experience better.
Getting rid of that exclusivity is always a good thing, if you ask me. Speaking of being available on multiple platforms, this game is not on multiple platforms. This this game that's coming is in fact locked to PlayStation and
You could have
PC.
said, speaking of exclusivity, this game, like, it would have. That's all
this
right.
this one's just locked to PlayStation and PC, but it was shown at a PlayStation State of Play like quite a while back, and it's going to be popping up available in 2 days, Lucas. We spoke about it a little bit before we hopped on to the camera. What are your thoughts on Roller Drome? Have you checked it out in a while? Have you given any thought to it since the State of Play? It's coming out real soon, and it looks awesome. Have you ever played any of those skating games like Tony Hawk or Skate? Were you ever a
Uh,
fan of the skateboarding games back in the day?
The only oh god, I don't even I have to even get the name. I played one skating game, and it was called
Was it Skatebird?
all right, Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure from 2003 was the only skateboarding game I ever owned and ever played extensively, and it was a good time.
Okay.
So
Okay. This seems to take a lot of inspiration from those like classic skating games, like Tony Hawk and whatnot. A lot of getting a score to complete a certain objective in advance, doing tricks and whatnot to build up that score. Like, yes, you're shooting baddies in these like roller arenas. If you guys haven't seen this, it's basically a Tony Hawk game on rollerblades, but you're also shooting baddies the whole time while they come try to shoot you. And it looks like you got to do tricks to like reload your ammo and get them style points. It just looks like a very creative game, and it looks like a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to play that and rack up my scores. You should definitely be hyped for it, Lucas, because it's gonna be a good one, and it's coming in 2 days. You gonna look into that one at all?
I would definitely give that a look see. I remember seeing it on a state of play earlier this year and being intrigued. I just didn't keep tabs on it, but happy to know
Mhm.
it's coming out now. Not much more of a wait.
And speaking of other games that have come this month, that I really want me and you to check out is we got into Rocket League a little bit as the summer progressed. We played some. We were having fun. There is this game that is available as of August 4th. It's called Turbo Golf Racing, and it's basically Rocket League, but like golf at the same time. And it's on PC, and you're essentially just it's literally like Rocket League golf, to be honest. And we should totally check it out because it looks a ton of fun.
Yeah, that like 20 seconds of gameplay was very Rocket. I don't really see like aside from you being on a golf course.
It's looking like you're trying to like bounce the balls like through these holes to just advance it to probably one main hole and play golf.
I know, but some of them are like airborne holes.
That's okay.
No, but that's not golf.
Hey man, it's Rocket League golf.
That's Quidditch.
You know they don't call it Quidditch anymore.
I know, bro. Harry Potter is just the Harry Potter I knew is fading away quickly.
I thought it was kind of wild. It makes sense that they're trying to distance themselves from the Harry Potter brand, but the name they
Well,
changed it to is kind of funny. They named it Quad Ball.
yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one.
Are you gonna pick up Hogwarts Legacy when it comes out? That also got delayed, by the way, like 2 days ago. Got pushed into February of next year.
That's what Hogwarts Legacy is the
It's the Harry Potter game coming.
but it's like kind of like what open world type deal.
Yeah, yeah. It honestly looks like a pretty good game. Not gonna lie.
I'll keep tabs on it. I'm
Yeah.
sure my sister's gonna get it, so I'll be exposed to it one way or another.
Well, it's nice to see that all these games that we've been looking forward to for the most part, like the bigger titles, are kind of all being delayed because it makes it way easier to digest across a larger span of time. And it also makes me happy to see that they're all getting the fuck out of Ragnarok's way because they know it's coming. And ain't nobody playing anything else during that time.
Yeah, we were already dealing with delays prior to Ragnarok's announced release date because of Elden Ring, and now that God of War Part 2 is confirmed, everyone's just getting out of this calendar year
Oh yeah.
because they know that
They're like,
the
oh,
awards are going to be locked up.
they don't want that smoke. They don't want that smoke.
Elden Ring also feels like it came out years ago.
Yeah,
I can't believe that it was literally like February of this year.
I haven't touched that game in a long time.
Nor have I, which is unfortunate because it was very, very good. And I'd like to get back into it. But it's also, an open world game, which is very time consuming.
That's a matter for the future. just like the future interviews we will be having up and coming on this podcast for season 3, folks. Get excited about it. It's going to be lit.
Yeah, we're gonna have people of all gaming ilks join us to give their thoughts, insights, and stellar commentary. And you're gonna be getting that on this podcast, nowhere else. So don't go anywhere. Just don't check out any other channels.
Don't touch that dial.
Yeah, keep it locked right here until we come back. Just whatever you're currently doing, just stay there. And then in a week's time.
Well, folks, as you can see, the sun has truly fried Lucas's brain. He's had enough. This is as far as he can go. He's got to go.
Lucas doesn't know how he's going to do a 10-hour shift today.
He's got to go dip his head in a bucket of ice. So with that, we'll leave you to it. Like we said, we've got a lot of cool stuff coming for season 3. We're excited to be back and making stuff. Just follow along. Let us know what you like. Hit us up. Tell us you're listening. We love to hear when people are listening. So follow us on Twitter at GameChat_TL, at Instagram, GameChat_Tom Lucas, and on YouTube as well, where you can find our pretty faces talking to other pretty faces about video games throughout season 3. With that, I'm Tom. This is Lucas, and he's going to go duck his head in a bucket of ice. Aren't you, buddy?
Yeah, I need some what is it, aloe? Whatever
For
you
your
use
brain?
for my goddamn arms. I'm looking like, who's a superhero that he just sets his arms on fire? Whatever that is. I don't know I don't know what that's from, or if that's like I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that, Tom. I'm thinking of somebody. I don't know their name or what genre they're from. Ghost Rider. Thank you, producer Bill. That's what I am right now. Just my arms are hot and the rest of my body is soulless and cold.
He turns his head on fire too and turns into a skull.
That too. My face also got burned. So
and hunts down the damned to capture their souls. It's lit.
Yeah, we should get a Ghost Rider Marvel new movie. Hopefully.
We'll see.
Hopefully
maybe
we'll see.
maybe someday.
Phase 6.
There's more to come.
You heard it here first, everybody. Ghost Rider 2025.
Starring Lucas.
We're all for it. Starring. Yes, I'm currently preparing for the role. But yeah, this was Game Chat Tom Lucas, episode 1. More to come, and we will see you next time.